here's one from Double L. The two of you independently awaken in a small room. You appear to be alone. In the room, you see a bed and a window. There's a door to the north and east. Both doors are closed. You may each choose one action consisting of a verb and noun. What do you do?
Go bed. Sleep.
Go Dennis. Wait, no, hold on.
Inspect parpets.
Get flask.
You cannot get ye flask.
Oh, no.
Not gonna lie, though, with this kind of prompt, it'd be kind of fun to do a game like this. Like somebody set up this premise and see if we can like verbally escape room it.
Yeah.
Like look window, check window,
Oh.
open window.
Apparently that's what Double L is trying to do, I think.
Oh, so this is going to be a sequence.
I think that might be the idea. Yeah, apparently it is. So we gotta do. We actually gotta do something. Okay, apparently
All right.
you can go bed. Apparently that is an option. So
Well, no. I was just doing the joke answer because I'm always tired. But
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
this
yeah.
is actually the
I
game.
thought-
Yeah. No,
I thought it was
play.
gonna. I thought it was a joke too. I thought it was just silly, but no, it's apparently
No.
Double L's trying to do this for real. All right.
Awesome. Okay. Then I will check window.
Let's see. I will check bed. All right. So are we in the same room? It says we independently awaken in a small room. That's what I'm wondering.
We are in the room. Okay.
Are we in the same room together? We just have awakened there randomly together, I guess. I don't know.
And we are alone together. Okay.
I don't know how that works. I'm not alone. You're here. We'll find
I'm
out next
so
week.
alone.
Uh-oh. I guess we'll find out. All right. This is the thing. This is the thing we're doing.
I'm looking forward to it.
It's a little bit of a game in our Bumblekast. The longest text adventure of your lives continues. Ian, you choose to check bed. The bed is a single-sized mattress covered in a single white fitted sheet. There's a pillow on the top. The frame of the bed is thick metal. There's enough space below to hide something. Kyle, before you can check window, your body moves on its own. You are checking the bed. Once your body follows your earlier command, and you move to check window. The window is large and looks out onto a dimly lit white hallway. There's a person in a nurse's outfit on the other side. They do not notice you as they concentrate on their clipboard. Ian, as soon as you have checked the bed, your body moves on its own to the window to check it. What are your next actions?
Okay, we have to be careful because they're taking everything into account here. So
We're still not sure. We still haven't established if we're in the same room or not.
I'm pretty sure we are.
Are we? We don't know that. We have not established that. We probably should
Well, then maybe
establish
that's
that.
what we should do first.
Yes.
I will look for Kyle.
I will look for Ian, find out if there's anyone else in this room.
And then we'll go beyond that. Then we'll decide what's happening.
Yeah. I look forward to our next part of this journey, Double L.
I mean, I'm going to preemptively say, okay, let's just assume we're in the same room because I don't want to waste a turn just verifying we're there.
Okay.
And we got 2 actions in this one, so maybe we'll speed things up by doing this.
Okay.
Where do you want to check? Because we can check the bed, or under it at least, and there's the window with the nurse and the clipboard. So,
well, I got the clipboard lady. It's like I see her apparently, so I want to read the clipboard. If I can, I want to try to see if I can see it.
Okay, then I will check under the bed, or check the space under the bed.
Okay. The longest text adventure of your lives continues. Only slightly perturbed by your body moving on its own, as if it were shared with someone else, you continue on. As a freebie, neither of you see anyone else in the room. Each time you move against your will, you are aware it is caused by a familiar, non-threatening presence. Actions resolve as they come in. Assume that you both do every action unless otherwise stated. Check clipboard. The brown clipboard is only visible from the back as the nurse is reading it and she is standing facing the window. The flipped pages are mostly illegible from this side, and whatever writing you can see, you are unable to read. The bottom of the clipboard does seem to still have a price tag, but it is not in any script you recognize. Check space under the bed. There are several dust bunnies under the bed. There is also a delicious-looking mouse watching you, frozen with fear. There's a mouse-sized hole near the back against the wall, likely leading to the mouse's house. Okay, first of all, delicious-looking mouse.
Mm-hmm.
What is going on here? Why does the mouse look delicious? Hang on. What's going on, Ian?
I feel like that is some kind of bait, but I'm not going to rise to it because our mouse friend is in fear, and we need to be friends with our mouse friend.
Our
Also,
delicious-looking mouse friend.
I think we need to be friends with the small army of dust bunnies that are under the bed.
Uh-huh.
So I'm thinking, but it's one action and one noun, right?
I suppose, yeah. Something like that. Hold on, let's establish something here. This seems strange. Like, are we in the same body?
Yes.
That seems to be the case. Something like that.
Like, I think we figured that out. It seems to make sense here.
Yeah,
I don't see you, you don't see me, but we are both reacting to the same thing and getting the same inputs. So
yes, something like
we
that.
must be some weird hybrid Kylie infusion.
Okay.
Until we can find a mirror, we're just going to assume that we've done the fusion dance and we are Kylie and looking around.
Okay.
I want to recruit an army of dust bunnies.
Okay.
So I'm going to shoot my shot and say, recruit dust bunnies.
Okay. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna say investigate the mouse hole. Like, look in it to see what's going on in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. The longest text adventure continues. We're recruiting dust bunnies. Ah, the ever-reliable dust bunny. Always the perfect soldier, willing to follow commands like, don't move, or be quiet. Having such a soldier join you, however, would require a rousing speech. You gather them together and begin your pitch. Mid-speech, you hear the sound of a clipboard dropping and a feminine voice say, Erkut et but pay it no mind. There are more important things. You now have 5 loyal dust bunny soldiers in your inventory. Then we're investigating the mouse hole. You look into the hole. You can clearly see that there are 2 smaller heat signatures inside. The delicious mouse moves to block the hole and gives you a threatening look. It seems to be telling you that while it has no chance in a 1v1, it'll at least take your eye if you threaten the smaller creatures. Okay, so
We have heat vision now.
we seem to have some sort of heat vision or some sort of ability to see things that are heat, that give off heat.
That mouse, that's a courageous mouse. We need that mouse on our side.
I think so.
And we've already had a very successful recruitment campaign, so I think we should attempt to recruit mouse.
I agree. I mean, even though it looks delicious, but I mean, I think it would be more useful as part of our crew rather than as nourishment, you know?
Because we're in some kind of observation chamber.
Clearly.
We need all the help we can get. And the dust bunnies may be loyal, but I have a feeling they're not going to last particularly long in any kind of heated combat.
Yeah.
That mouse, though, that mouse knows its limits. That mouse has something to fight for, and it has the courage to stand up to whatever we are, and an entire army of dust bunnies. No. We need to recruit mouse.
Yeah, I agree. Recruit the mouse and then send the mouse in or see if we can convince the mouse to tell us what's going on in the mouse hole. The longest text adventure of your lives continues. To recap, we are both in a room sharing a body. There are 2 beds, a door, and a window. The nurse outside the window has run off. The mouse is protecting the mouse hole under the bed. You have 5 dust bunnies in your inventory. Where's this inventory located? No idea. All right. And these are resolving our previous actions. Ian, you said you were going to recruit mouse. Your army could use a strong general, and the delicious mouse has the right kind of gumption. You offer a hand and tell the mouse you could use someone like them. The mouse looks at you, fear seeming to dissipate. It replies in a heavy Brooklyn accent.
I heard your stupid speech to the bunnies. You're going to have to do better than that. I got a family, and I'm not about to lay down my life as some scaly punk in a zoo.
And then I asked the mouse about the situation. And the response is, seeing as it understands you, you ask the mouse what's going on. It says,
You're in a room in some kind of science lab. I don't know more than that. You'll need to be more specific.
Before you can, the mouse returns, followed by a bald man who places his face against the glass and says, Ramu, so psychodanbilia.
It's the nurse who returns, not the mouse.
Did I say mouse? I meant nurse.
You did. That's all right. The mouse has been very prominent.
The mouse is right there. The mouse is here. Hello, mouse. Okay. So what do you want to do, Ian?
I feel like we're rapidly running out of time here.
Yeah, we might be.
Because the nurse was distraught, and now we've got, I'm assuming, the lead researcher involved. So they're going to meddle by the next turn, I'm willing to bet.
Yeah.
We don't have anything to offer this mouse outside of our Toon Logic inventory and, I don't know, scaly texture, I guess.
Maybe.
So
I don't know.
Since I'm pursuing the mouse subplot here, I'm going to make one last Hail Mary to try to recruit it. And then if this doesn't work, I think we should move on.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot straight with this mouse. Okay, it's clearly got a good head on its shoulders. It's nobody's fool. Given the situation, we have nothing to offer, really. We have nothing to sway the mouse. Outside of, clearly, we are trying to take action here, and something's going on. So, offer an extended invite. If the mouse helps us succeed in whatever it is we're doing, they can reap the rewards. All we want is an understanding and a way out. If there are extra boons to be had, they are for the mouse. Wealth, power, dinosaurs, whatever we find. You know, the mouse can name their price once this is over.
Okay. I want to establish like what we are. So how about looks down at self? That would be my action. Like, assess what we are. What are we? So we'll figure that out. Maybe. All right. We got a bit of a long one. Buckle in as Double L continues on our longest text adventure of our lives. To recap, Ian and I are both in a room sharing one body. There are 2 doors, a bed, and a window. The nurse outside the window has returned with a bald man. The mouse is protecting the mouse hole under the bed, but seems less afraid. And you have 5 dust bunnies in your inventory. Our previous actions were Ian offers mouse all the things, and my previous action was look at self. So to resolve these, offer mouse all the things. Understanding your current position and lack of resources, you offer the mouse any spoils you find as you figure out your next moves. You will, after all, gladly pay the mouse Tuesday for a bit of help today. The mouse replies,
All I care about is the safety of my family. If you can get us out of this place safer than a hole in the wall in a secure lab, and you ain't gonna eat me, then sure, I can help. You need a translator? A guide? The name's Deli, by the way, and I can understand those humans since I played that game with the blind kid whose dad was a world-ending whale.
And to resolve look at self, realizing that your shared body seems to have a few extra features, you look down. You're in a muscular scaled body with sharp claws and an alligator-like jaw. You think you might be green, but given these eyes aren't the ones you're used to, you can't be sure. You're wearing beige dress pants so as not to have your podcast change age ratings. The pants have been torn below the knee by your powerful quads. The nurse continues to cower. The bald man continues to observe, his face pressed up against the glass. Neither say anything this round, just observe or wish they were somewhere else.
All right, so we're Leatherhead from Ninja Turtles.
Are we?
Or something like it.
Okay. Weird. Okay.
But we have the mouse on our side.
That's good.
A delicious name to go with the delicious mouse.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not eating the mouse.
No.
Because we are now comrades in this strange, strange world. I usually take the initiative on this, so you choose your move first.
Okay. Oh, we know what we are. I'm gonna say we offer a peaceful, outstretched hand to the mouse to have him join us physically, so he can come up and be on our shoulder or wherever he wants to be.
Okay.
And, yeah.
That runs counter to what I was thinking. I was thinking to ask him to, if he knows a way out, or if with access to the mouse hole, if he has access to other parts of the facility that could, open the door or...
Well, I don't know how that's counter to it. I mean, you could do your...
Well, if he's riding with us, then he can't go elsewhere. He's riding with us.
Okay, well, see, this is what you get for letting me go first.
Let's see.
Maybe it's a hand outstretched to just shake his hand to be like, we're in a partnership. We're in a partnership. Here we go. All right. Whatever he wants to do.
We agree to his terms.
Yes.
We will do our level best to keep him safe, and he gets whatever he desires as we make our way out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep this blonde kid thing in our back pocket of our beige pants for right now. That might be important later. We need someone to put in a good word with that world-ending whale. So I will ask our new companion, we don't want a direct conflict if we can avoid it. And given the circumstances, I don't think we're really in a position to negotiate with the filthy humans. So,
certainly not.
Now that we have agreed to this accord, ask our new compatriot Deli if he has access to door locks or anything the facility has running on, perhaps a tasty neurotoxin to get any security out of the way. What does he have access to that can, clear our way so that we can progress things?
Mm-hmm. What does he know that we don't?
Yes. What can Deli do for us so that we can help him down the line?
Yes. And we should ask him what the humans are saying.
Nah, let's go in blind.
Okay.
Let the filthy humans gawk.
Have fun with it.
The mighty leatherhead of the torn pants, do not need to appease them.
Okay, fine. All right, Double L is here with the longest text adventure of our lives. As that continues, to recap, me and Ian share a body. We're in a room. There's 2 doors, a bed, and a window. There's 2 humans outside. A friendly mouse is under the bed, and we have 5 dust bunnies in our inventory. Last time...
We've also ascertained we were some kind of gator man.
Yes. Last time, we combined our actions and threw the bed at the window. So, let's go ahead and resolve that one. Being completely in sync for the first time, you grasp the bed with your big, strong hands. The bed is bolted down, but physics is not on its side as you effortlessly fling it towards the window. In the moment while the bed flies through the air, Deli yells an expletive that can't be repeated on air and rushes inside the mouse hole. The bed collides with the window, causing it to chip and reverberate but not crack. The nurse falls back in fear, but the man doesn't flinch, a self-satisfying smile curling around his face. He says, Aqualamad, win navmag deska, aklugidubdium. Deli peers out from the hole and translates, good arm. You see the nurse run off in fear, leaving the smiling man alone.
That smile. Are you asking for a challenge? Also of note, the bed was bolted.
Yeah.
So any energy we put into the throw was lost tearing out the bolts. And we threw it. So energy was lost in the friction against the air as it flew into said window.
Sure.
The bed is now free.
Mm-hmm.
We no longer have to throw. That means all the energy can be put in a big old hefty gator boy baseball swing. And that glass is already chipped.
Yes.
My good sir, I posit to you here on this fine Bumblekast. We pick up the bed. We aim for that little chink in the armor.
Yeah.
And we bash that window open.
Let's do it.
Yes, violence. We're in agreement on violence.
Violence is the answer.
Somebody's to back us up. How we can't lose.
Violence is the answer. It's always the answer.
Why didn't we do this from the get-go?
I don't know.
I mean, sure, it was nice talking to Deli, but
we were just kind of seeing where this was going. But I mean, there was only one place
through the window.
That's one place it could have gone, and yeah, it's through the window. All right, the longest text adventure of our lives continues. Recap: me and Ian share a body. In a room, there are 2 doors, 1 bed, and a window. And there's 1 smiling human outside the window. There's a friendly mouse hiding in the hole, and we have 5 dust bunnies in our inventory. Our previous actions were baseball swinging the bat for great shattering. So now, not being deterred by the window refusing to break, we pick the bed back up and swing the bed full force toward the chipped glass. The bed's edge breaks through the glass, shattering a section of it at the point of impact. The new hole is too small to put your arm through, but large enough that you feel the cool breeze come in from the hallway. You still have the bed in your hands, ready for another swing. This time, the smiling man does take a step back, his smile faltering, replaced with surprise, before he breaks out in a hearty laugh. He says, "Kut-ku, so bad. Hut-od-ku." Reflexively, you get ready for another swing. Before you can, the laughing man swiftly moves next to his side of the window and hear the sound of his hand flesh hitting a large button. As soon as he does, a steel shutter slams down, covering the window and cutting off the cool breeze. Well, now I'm just annoyed because I was enjoying that cool breeze.
Yeah. We picked out a couple of words in his babble this time. So
bad.
Are we learning the language slowly but surely? Are we attuning to it? Questions for later.
Yeah. We could ask our mouse friend if what he said, but
I don't know. I'm all hot and bothered with that cool breeze.
Yeah.
I'm in a bed smashing things mood. I'm willing to bet though that shutter's going to shrug off the bed. So
yeah.
There's not going to be a obvious or easy way to open them, but I think it warrants investigation. Let's look at the 2 doors and see what they're about.
Yeah. Look at the doors. Show me the doors. You look at one door, I'll look at the other door, which means we'll both look at the same doors.
I look at one door, you look at a more different door.
Yes. And in essence, we will have both looked at both doors.
Yes.
Buckle up. We've got the longest text adventure of our lives continuing right now. To recap, remember, me and Ian share a body. We're in a room. There are 2 doors, a bed, and a window. There's 1 reinforced metal sheet covering a cracked window. There's a friendly mouse hiding in a hole. And we have 5 dust bunnies in our inventory. Our previous actions were for us to check doors. Check door and check more different door. So to resolve that, Ian, you look toward the door on your left. This metal door is large and reinforced, similar to the shielding on the window. It looks solid and heavy, like it's meant to keep something dangerous out or in. At the base of the door is a mail slot-sized slit, likely to send food in. And for me, I focus on the door on the right. This door appears much flimsier with a symbol at eye level. I don't recognize the symbol, but as I approach to look closer, it slides open on its own, revealing a small bathroom. It contains a toilet sink and a very small shower. You feel something small crawl up your side quickly. Deli appears on your shoulder, wearing a tiny travel hat and a pair of tiny baby carriers strapped to his front and back, each carrier containing a delicious morsel.
Okay, boss, all packed up. Let's head on off to Zanarkakan, whatever.
You now have 1 delicious mouse and 2 tiny delicious mouse in your inventory.
Okay, so little disturbing that they can watch us do stuff in the bathroom, but
Are you surprised?
We're Monster Man trapped in. No, not wrong. Now they think they got us locked in here, so I'm assuming security is kind of lax.
Yeah,
sure, we smashed the window, but they locked us in, so.
Mm-hmm.
That's general procedure. The fools have that food slot in the other door. And I'm willing to bet you a tiny morsel that our big old monster man hand, at least one, can fit into that food slot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I am proposing to you here, fellow mind companion, that we do our best to grip said food slot and use our tremendous reptilian strength to remove the door from our path.
Let's give it a shot. I won't stop you.
Perhaps we get double initiative if we are in agreement.
Maybe. We'll see what Double L decides. Let's move on. We got Double L here with the longest text adventure of our lives. To recap, me and Ian share a body. In a room, we got one door, one bathroom, a bed, and a window. One reinforced metal sheet covering a cracked window. We have 5 dust bunnies, 1 delicious mouse, and 2 bite-sized mini mice in our inventory. Our previous actions were, we both did a lifting of the door. Pulling your resources together, you put all your effort into sliding your reptilian fingers into the food slot under the door. The fingers barely fit. With your thumbs disappointed they can't play. You brace yourself and lift like an Olympian, but the door refuses to yield. You hear from a voice from the other side exclaim, Sifad Ramek, Clamio Padir, Dinohe Ved Drana. Delhi translate.
You spoke to whoever's out there.
Another new voice just laughs before you hear the unmistakable sound of a weapon cocking.
Well, they can't shoot us through the door.
Are you sure about that?
It's so reinforced.
It's got a big hole in it.
That's where our fingers are.
Uh-huh. They can shoot our fingers.
With Olympian level reptilian strength, can't move the door. Okay. So the only way they can shoot us is to open that door.
Good point.
I say we call their bluff.
Uh-huh.
Maybe not necessarily put all our strength into moving the door, but make it seem like we're still trying to get out so that they try to open the door to stop us, but we'll be ready for them and just ha-ha!
Okay.
Counts.
So you would like wait on the side of the door that it has the hinges on it to open and have it open on us, and then
bait and ambush.
Yeah, okay. I'm into it. I'll go along with this.
Do you want to roll
play your
a
game you
backup
wrote?
plan in case do you want to, propose a backup plan in case I've led us to disaster?
I don't know what our backup plan could be. I don't know. Go for the window again. Although we can't do that either. Crap.
Yeah, it's got a blast shutter on it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, can't go for the window. I mean, close the door on them. Literally, just as they're stepping in, close the door on them.
I mean, the only other thing I can think of is investigate the bathroom and see if there's any
I guess that's true.
Spaces for Delhi to investigate and find a way out, a way to short out the system if you can get to the electricity.
Yeah.
But that's not nearly as exciting as Big Reptile Monster Man ambushing Secret Scientist Military Squad.
True. I guess we can try looking into the bathroom if yours does not resolve.
So Double L, step 1, bait and ambush. If that fails spectacularly, retreat to the bathroom and see if there is something for Delhi to investigate.
Okay, we'll go with that. Double L is back with the longest text adventure of our lives. To recap, we share a body, me and Ian specifically. We're in a room. There's one door, there's a bathroom, there's a bed, and there's a window. One reinforced metal sheet covering a cracked window. We have 5 dust bunnies, 1 delicious mouse, and 2 bite-sized mini mice in our inventory. Our previous actions, Ian was baiting the guards and calling their bluff, and then I was looking at the bathroom. So, to resolve those actions, Ian, you continue to make it seem like you're opening the door, adding in some dramatic scratching for added effect. Suddenly, there's a loud sound and a burning pain in your left hand's ring finger. Reflexively, you pull back and see the jerk on the other side shot off the finger from the top knuckle. The pain is much less than you'd expect as your finger oozes green blood. Almost instantly, the wound heals over, but your missing section of hand does not grow back. You hear one of the guards make a disgusting noise before the missing part is kicked back under the slot. You now have 1 finger bit in your inventory. To resolve my action, after taking a moment to process that whole situation, you move to the bathroom, looking for places Deli can be useful. The immediate options you see are the sink drain, the shower drain, or the toilet. When pointing this out to them, they give a thoughtful pause before saying,
I could probably sneak through the sink to the shower pipes, yeah, but I'd have to do it solo, meaning to fit, I'm going to have to leave Titus and Yuna with you. My kids mean everything to me, so I'll need you to promise you aren't going to eat them. I trust you, but this is too important not to have your word, you dig?
You feel that you could probably flush all three in the toilet if they wanted to be together so badly.
We're not going to flush the babies.
No, they're too delicious. We might need a snack for later, but we're not going to tell Deli that.
You and me, we're going to have a talk after the show, but for right now, kind of feel bad that they shot off my finger. They called my bluff more than I thought they would. But we do seem to have instantaneous or near instantaneous heal factor.
Yeah.
So while we're thinking about where to send our mousy companion, I'm going to try to take just the barest nip out of the wound on hand and finger and see if that manages to glue it back on. Reopen, plug finger back into place, see if it'll reseal and if we got it back.
Okay, we'll do that. And then I will send Deli into the pipes. We'll promise we won't eat his children.
Absolutely not.
Yet.
You sending him down the sink drain or the shower drain?
Does it matter?
I mean, both are probably going to be vile.
Both are probably going to the same place. Well, I mean, Deli's probably
true
pretty used to traveling around this place.
Well, considering where Deli is on our person, less climbing they have to do to get to the sink.
Okay, we'll do that. Send me down the sink. Yeah. All right, Double L is here with the longest text adventure of our lives. It's continuing. To recap, me and Ian share a body. We're in a science-y room. We have 5 dust bunnies, 1 finger, a delicious mouse, and 2 bite-sized mini mice in our inventory. Our previous actions were Ian decided to reattach the finger, and I reassured Deli that we weren't going to eat his kids and that opened the drain so he could go down the drain. Ian, you decide to try and reattach your finger by reopening the wound and letting your newly found healing abilities do their thing. A quick bite later, a bit of blood splatter, and your hand is whole again. Though the reinstalled finger bit is numb, you no longer have a finger bit in your inventory. Kyle, you promised not to eat Deli's kids. The small mouse's tasty, delicious, unprotected, child-shaped snacks. Snacks. Before Deli gets too suspicious, you take your newly reattached finger and gently poke the claw through the drain cover, turning it into a traversable hole. Deli scurries down to your hand and places the 2 emergency rations on your palm.
Be back soon, kids,
they say, before nodding to you and disappearing down the drain. After a few moments alone, you start to hear a low whistle from somewhere in the room. Oh no, Proto-Man's here.
Well, we're not a robot master, so we should be fine.
I don't know if it's like an actual whistle or if it's just like a something else. Is it like a person whistling, or is it a whistle of like some sort of fast air movement coming out of a pipe or something?
Right. Or like are they drilling a hole through the reinforced door to pump in a deadly neurotoxin?
Oh, yeah, that's true. It's a good point.
There could be any number of things, but
we're not going to fit down that drain.
No, and we got to look after the kiddos. So, but we don't want to go too far from the bathroom, because if Deli comes back, he's going to worry and he's going to think we're like popping them like popcorn. So, but we can't leave the kids next to the sink. That's a problem.
I think the safest place for the kids might be in our mouth.
No. Oh, no. We just got our hand refinished. It's fine. They're fine in our very sturdy, slightly numb hand for now. I would say cautiously search for the sound of the whistling, because the place isn't that big. But I don't want to go wandering out into the main room. What's that sound? And then, that's when the sniper bullet comes through the hole they drilled.
Yeah. I'm What should we do, Ian?
Look, I'm going to play it cautious here, because I said throw the bed at the window. That got us locked in more. I said try to reach through and lift the door. That got our finger shot off. So third time's the charm. Let's just be cautious and carefully look for the source of the whistling.
Okay. I will not eat the children.
No. If things get dicey, then of course they have to be protected behind our incredibly powerful teeth. But we're not there yet.
Okay. It's the longest text adventure of our lives. To recap, me and Ian share a lizard body. We're in a science-y room that is being gassed. We have 5 dust bunnies and 2 bite-sized mini mice in our inventory. Our previous actions were to attempt to use our powerful lungs to blow the gas back through the tube. Combining your powers, you attempt to blow into the tube spewing gas. You inhale and bring a ton of air into your lungs. As you bring the tube to your mouth, you realize that it is hard to purse your lips with your large, powerful jaws. While a human could easily push concentrated air in a stream from their face-hole, you are not human. You start to get dizzy. Having formed the best seal you can, you blow. Much of the air comes out covering the exterior of the tube, a fact that is easy to see as it begins to frost over. Seeing a potential new ability, you continue. Ice forms, blocking the airflow. Unfortunately, it's too late to stop the gas's effects. You collapse to the floor, your final conscious thought being, ice breath. Neat. End chapter 1. Would you like to save your game?
I forgot to do a quick save before any of our actions. I need to remember that for chapter 2, because otherwise we're starting over from scratch. And I think double L might kill us if I say reload from
Are we allowed to do that? No. Well, end chapter 1. Would you like to save your game? This seems like we're progressing regardless.
I guess my concern is the morsels in the inventory. Like, what's going to happen to them? Perhaps the dust bunnies will whisk them off to safety. Or perhaps we can rely on them to save us at the beginning of chapter 2, so long as they don't find the inventory that we have somewhere on our lizardy person. I would almost call shenanigans about making the proper seal with our lips because we can speak, which would imply a degree of lip dexterity, but we don't know what we're speaking, technically. Deli can understand us, but he's a mouse. That doesn't really qualify anything. So, okay. I had assumed, you know what happens when you assume. On the floor.
You get what on the floor?
Gassed.
Oh, yeah. We did that. I don't know. We'll figure out what happens next time. We'll save our game, right? Save it.
All right, save the game. I'm going to look for a strategy guide in the meanwhile.
Okay, so that's what you think you're going to find. You've been listening to the Bumblekast, a co-production of Bumble King Comics and the KNGI Network. Original theme music composed by Ken Coda Snyder. Remixed intro by T-Lopes. Find out more information, along with podcast feeder links, MP3 downloads, and more at bumbleking.com and kngi.org.